So in the previous video we have already seen that H is a subgroup or we can say that H is a p-Sylow subgroup of G and X belongs to G. Then we have to prove that X inverse is also a p-Sylow subgroup of G. For this we have already seen in the previous video that what all things are given in this one and what we have to prove. Okay, so in order to prove this theorem, we will go on with the first proof where we have to prove that X inverse is a subgroup of G. Okay, so how we can prove that X inverse is a subgroup of G? If you won't be able to understand after going through this video also, you can have a simpler version also, which will also be there in the description box. You can go through that one and you will be able to understand it clearly in a simple way. Okay, so here according to the question, we will take two variables, that is y1 and y2, which belongs to where x inverse. Okay, where such that there exist h1 and h2, and this h1 and h2 are the two elements which belongs to h. Okay, if y1 and y2 belongs to x inverse, then there exist h1 and h2 elements which belongs to capital H, such that we have to find the value of y1 and y2, right, with respect to the h. So y1 is equals to, we will assume as h1 x inverse, and y2 we will take as h2 x inverse. Okay, these two are the values of y1 and y2. Since we already know that H is a p-Sylow subgroup. Okay, H is already a p-Sylow subgroup, which implies H is a subgroup of G. Okay, so if any group is a subgroup of G, that means it contains two variables h1 and h2, which belongs to this group H, such that h1 h2 inverse, this also belongs to H. Okay, so this is according to the definition of subgroup. Okay, so next what we can see. So next one, आगे क्या करना है हम लोग? So for the next one, now what we have to do, y1 and y2 inverse, this we will take, and we need to prove that y1 and y2 inverse also belongs to x inverse. Okay, so in order to find out this, we will take it as it is, y1 y2 inverse. So now we will be substituting the values of y1 and y2 here. So value of y1 is h1 x inverse, and the value of y2 is h2 x inverse whole to the power inverse. Okay, after that what we have to see here, next thing is we have to open the brackets. We will open the brackets and we will take it as x1, then x inverse x h2 x inverse, whole inverse was there. Okay, so whole inverse, if we open the bracket, then also this x will be converted to x inverse, and then this x1 inverse can be converted to x, and then we can displace the places also. Okay, so no need to worry about this. So this is a complete one. Instead of x inverse x h1 x inverse x h2 x1, x inverse. So instead of x inverse x, we can write identity x h1 e h2 x1 x inverse. Okay, then identity means nothing, x h1 h2 x inverse, we can write it like this, right? So since what we know already that h1 h2 inverse, one mistake I did here, h2 also will have inverse. Here h2 will also have inverse, because after opening this bracket h2 will also have inverse. So here h2 has an inverse. Okay, so we know already that H1 H2 inverse, it belongs to where? H.